Have you ever wondered how Jesus came to be seen as completely separate from Jewish culture? Or how the Christian faith became disconnected from its Jewish roots? Let's go back in time to explore church history. Jesus was born Jewish. He lived as a Jewish rabbi, and he conducted his ministry within the Jewish community of Rome-occupied Israel in the first century. His disciples and the majority of the first believers were Jewish. Yet, for most of the church's history, after the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem in 70 CE, many Christians used their power and their influence to sever the scriptures from its Jewish context, as well as persecute the Jewish people from whom Jesus himself came. The church's history of antisemitism is dark, but the forgiveness and the redeeming power of the Messiah offer hope and reconciliation. From the end of the first century, through Rome's adoption of Christianity as the state religion in the 4th century CE, early church fathers such as Justin Martyr, John Chrysostom, and Augustine viewed the scriptures in ways that opposed Judaism and the Jewish people. Due to the influence of these non-Jewish early church fathers, church leadership during this time began to wield the New Testament as a weapon of contempt and persecution against the Jewish people. Their teachings also laid the foundation for supersessionism, or replacement theology, which would go on to fuel Christian antisemitism for centuries, continuing to this day. Supersessionism is the belief that Christians have taken over Israel's place in God's plan. After the Roman Empire adopted Christianity as the state religion, these distorted interpretations of the New Testament contributed to legalized persecution of the Jewish people by the Christian church. Over time, and with their increasing political power, Christians began to impose restrictions on Jewish people, such as their travel, dwelling places, and livelihood. Church leaders warned Christians against fraternizing with Jewish people or having anything to do with Jewish customs. At times, Christians forced Jewish people to choose between conversion or execution. The church labeled Jewish people as Christ killers, accusing all Jewish people for all time of complicity in killing Jesus. This accusation is also known as the deicide charge. During the Middle Ages, anti-Jewish teaching resulted in the pervasive spread of blood libel and host desecration myths, which also led to violence against the Jewish people and their expulsion from various countries. Host desecration was a common myth that Jewish people would steal consecrated wafers used for the Eucharist and then attempt to damage or destroy them as a way of reenacting the killing of Jesus. Blood libel was another widely spread myth that Jewish people would murder Christian children to use their blood in rituals. Superstitions such as these resulted in the massacre of Jewish people throughout Europe, sometimes wiping out entire Jewish communities. Myths like these resulted in the Jewish people's expulsion from England in 1290, from France in 1306, and from Spain in 1492. Writings from the early church fathers also fueled anti-Jewish violence during the Crusades, when armies of Christians killed large numbers of Jewish people in addition to Muslims. At the end of the Middle Ages, the Inquisition in Spain and Portugal used violence in an attempt to create a purely Christian society as defined by official Roman Catholic teaching. Part of this meant expelling Jewish people from those countries. During the Reformation, the reformers of the Catholic Church remained antagonistic toward the Jewish people. Most notable is Martin Luther. Though he took a relatively positive stance toward Jewish people early in his writing career, later in life, he wrote an infamous treatise titled On the Jews and Their Lies, which the Nazi regime in Germany later used as part of their justification for their persecution of the Jewish people. In this treatise, Luther wrote, "What then shall we Christians do with this damned, rejected race of Jews? Their synagogues should be set on fire. Their homes should likewise be broken down and destroyed. Let us drive them out of the country for all time." For centuries, many Christians continued to reinforce anti-Semitic views, especially blaming all Jewish people for the death of Jesus. Additionally, in the 19th and 20th centuries, Russian Orthodox clergy supported pogroms in Eastern Europe, which were violent riots in which Jewish communities were massacred. After more than 1,000 years of Christian antisemitism came the Holocaust, one of the bloodiest chapters in Jewish history. From 1933 to 1945, the Nazis murdered 6 million Jewish people, along with other so-called unwanted peoples, drawing on long-standing anti-Semitic myths, including those rooted in church history, to justify their crimes. This dark period showed that words and theology matter. In the aftermath of the Holocaust, many within the church began to re-examine and amend their theology regarding the Jewish people. For example, Vatican II's 1965 statement, Nostra Aetate, officially repudiated the charge of deicide within the Catholic Church. Many Protestant and Catholic churches shifted away from supersessionism and moved towards affirming God's ongoing covenant with Israel. Interfaith initiatives grounded in shared biblical values also became more prevalent in churches, emphasizing the Jewishness of Jesus and the early church. While this has not erased the trauma caused by centuries of violent anti-Semitism, it stands as a small but warm light within the church's dark history and an encouragement for believers to continue addressing and amending the church's past wrongs against the Jewish people, especially by combating anti-Semitism and sharing the Messiah's love with his chosen people today. We hope you learned something from this video today. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to help share our content with others. Remember, the truth matters, your voice matters, and together we can stand against anti-Semitism.